Hey, this is Dale Tinsley. You're listening to the Connect Podcast. Our purpose is to guide you to connect with yourself so that you can connect with others and live a life of meaning and value. Continuing the series, Limitless Potential, Endless Refinement. Peace be with you, and welcome back to the Connect Podcast. I'm Dale Tinsley, the host. Hope you guys are feeling good, connected to yourselves, doing the maintenance required, and showing yourself some grace when maybe you're triggered from something, still not all the way through it. For today's episode, backsliding. Backsliding, something we all know very well, because none of us are perfect. Today's discussion is going to get into recognizing backsliding and how to get to a point where we accept it and we show ourselves some grace. So ask yourself this: what have you done on any level? Could be job, relationships, personal development, growth, the gym. What have you done that stuck on the first time? When we try something new and we step out of our comfort zone, there's always that learning curve. And hopefully we have good support. Hopefully we've used our minds and our hearts to reach out to the right person, the right teacher, the right person to guide us. Someone that's authentic, or at least leads with love the majority of the time. So if you're in the gym and you're new to it, and you've been going for 4 months, and then you get invited to a party so you don't go to the gym, and then the next day, your mind takes you somewhere else and you're distracted, and now all of a sudden, the 4 months that you just put in, now you're 2 days without going. And then you get a call on the third day and you go help somebody, you're being of service. So now you're backsliding, because it was something that you were into, that you were doing, you were making strides and progressing and building momentum and building energy in the gym, or learning a new language, or let's say you wanted to quit smoking or quit drinking, and now you're smoking again, now you're drinking again. You stop studying the language. These are all different levels and layers of backsliding. So in these moments, when we can recognize them, we can recognize, well, I fell off. I'm off the wagon. Why? What happened? So now we get a little deeper into the why. Were your intentions pure for whatever you were chasing? And if it's something personal like quitting smoking or drinking or going to the gym, did you make the decision to commit to yourself? And are you able to follow through? And then deeper into that, the self-love that it takes, and the tough love on the days you don't want to study the language, on the days you don't want to read, on the days you don't want to go to the gym. Discipline, commitment, self-love, and freeing yourself from fear. What are they going to think? It's your hero's journey. And cultivating these things within us, the self-love, the self-care, the tough love, sticking to something when you commit to it. Because you know putting in this work is going to benefit yourself. It's going to help you develop. It's going to help you push past the comfort zone. There are days that we don't want to do it. There are days that we don't want to go to the gym. We don't want to read. And stepping into that uncomfortable and telling your ego to take a hike, we're doing this. The episode with Amanda Vanderslice, Overcoming, she lays it out. Super inspiring. She put herself in such an uncomfortable position to push past the fear and to take the power away from the ego. And we all have ego. It's the noise in our head. It's the self-doubt. It's the you're not good enough. It's the insecurities. It's the what are they gonna think? That's none of your business, really, what they think, because it's your hero's journey. And none amongst us is perfect. And before we get into anything new, we need to understand that perfection is an illusion. The goal is never perfection. The goal is progress. And if we listen to our egos and we're in fear and doubt and lack and insecurity, if we listen to that wolf, the bad wolf, we'll never start. We'll never start, and we'll never tap in to our limitless potential through endless refinement. And no matter what your background is, or what color you are, or what ethnicity you are, or what culture you come from, we all have challenges. Perfection is unattainable as a whole, right? Because it's in the eye of the beholder. You might look at something and the thought hits you, that's perfect. Boom, there you go. But when we're talking about doing and becoming, it's about progression. And if you look back on your life and you look at your job or your work history or your gym history, or even the person that you were 15, 20 years ago, or even 5 years ago, or 1 year ago, give yourself some grace and show yourself some love and look at the progression. Look at all the things that you made it through. And throughout that journey, there's backsliding. Of course. But we have to recognize it for what it is. It's a moment in time where we pause, we take self-accountability, we recommit, we refocus, we reset, we clear our heads, and you might need to yell, kick, and scream because you got some things inside of you that are pent up that you haven't dealt with. And then you lean into it with the new strategy. And you attack. You grab your own life by the horns and you make it happen. And if you need some help, you have the humility. And you're grateful for those around you that support you. You set yourself up for success so that you limit the backsliding. If you're trying to quit drinking, but you keep going to the bar and you say, well, I'm just going to drink water. Are you setting yourself up for success or failure? Are you going to keep yourself in the same loop? You got to make different choices. You have to decide what you want and what you don't want. So as you sit in your meditation and you say, I want this new job because I want to have more money so that I can provide for my wife, I can help my husband, I can send my kids to that private school, or I can send my kids to that camp, or whatever it is positive that's giving to those around you with the financial gain of getting the better job. You sit with that in meditation with pure intentions. Those are pure intentions. Boom, the universe starts acting. Bow, bow, bow. And for those of you that have experienced it, introducing pure intentions into the field, speaking directly with God, He answers those prayers. It's on His time, but He answers those prayers. Now, the other side of that is with all this talk about manifesting out on social media and just in the world. Well, I'm manifesting. If you want to manifest for notoriety or fame, or so you can have all this money so that you can flaunt it, and you tie your identity to this money and these material things, ask yourself, are those intentions pure? Not really. They're not authentic. Because we are not all of these material things. We're spirits in these bodies having this experience that we call life. And backsliding is part of the experience. Backsliding provides the opportunity for us to reflect, for us to challenge our own way of thinking, our way of being. What are we becoming, or what are we unbecoming? Through this refinement with the Connect podcast, I'll never tell you what to think. I'll just challenge you to think and to question everything. Question yourself. That's how you expand. That's how you expand and expand and expand and become an individual and break free of the matrix, the mental conditioning that you got to be this way, you got to have that. You're 30 years old and you're not married yet? Are we going to listen to society? Look at the direction society as a whole is headed. Are we living more abundant? Or are we struggling more because because of taxes, of bad choices, the cost of things going up. It's a lot. This whole experience is a lot. And there's maintenance required. And we have to embrace the struggle. But we have to overcome. And at the core of the overcoming is overcoming our self-doubt, overcoming our own fears, overcoming our own insecurities. Because that's our ego and that's in our head. That's not our authenticity. Our authenticity is pure energy, pure light, pure love, meant to vibrate higher, meant to smile, meant to live in abundance, meant to put off that vibe, right? Look at kids. That's why kids are so awesome, because they're vibrant. They haven't been indoctrinated and corrupted to the world and society and judgment and fear. Kids play with whoever. They don't look at each other's skin color and go, oh no, I can't play with them because they're different. Kids just want to play. Now there's a caveat. You got parents out there that are conditioning their kids to judge. And the kid doesn't even know why. The kid might say, why can't I go play with that little kid because he's got different skin tone? Why? That puts the parent in a situation where they need to check themselves. And typically the answer will be, because I said so. Backsliding is part of it. But be curious. Be curious about the backsliding. Dig into the backsliding and get to your why. Why didn't it stick? Was I just doing it to be part of the group and I wasn't really into it? That's where you look at your intentions. If you joined this group just because your best friend's doing it, but you're really not into it, think it's going to stick? No, you're going to fall off. You're going to backslide. And I bet your friend would respect you even more if you showed courage and you said, look, I'm not into it, you know. I'll do it if you need me to do it, so to speak, being of service to someone. But just be honest. Be you, be authentic. People may not agree with your decisions, but they respect authenticity. We respect real. Backsliding also teaches us about ourselves and what we're ready for and what we're not ready for. So if you have your list, we talk about prioritizing things, goals, or things you want to let go, habits. If you've tried something 3 times and you keep backsliding, it's just not, you're just not into it, move that item to the bottom of the list and try another one. But strategize and set yourself up for success. And start slow. When you're starting something new, you have all this excitement. But if the focus isn't there, it's like take that big ball of excitement and stretch it so that it's sustainable. And pair that with focus, pair that with commitment. And decide. And if you've got pure intentions and you have humility and you set yourself up for success, the chances that you'll stick with it and progress and build momentum go up. And one key factor in all that is the ability to adapt. The ability to adapt when you had this vision of it's got to be this way. And it was confirmed this thing was going to happen and it was going to be that way. And then the day when it's supposed to happen, or you show up to go do it, it's a different color or it's a different shape. Do you lose it right there? And do you become the victim? Or do you become the victor and stay in that victor mentality, stay in that growth mindset and adapt? Change, the only constant in life, from a seed to a puppy to a baby. Change. To our clothes, the more you wash them, they start fading. You know, like your hair, it changes, it grows, everything changes, and things that stay stagnant die, and they wither. So being adaptable is key. So friends, get into your why. Be intentional. Stay present, stay in the now. And you'll see that backsliding is all a matter of perspective and what mindset you choose to be in. You choose to feed the good wolf or the bad wolf. You choose to feed your ego or your authenticity. You choose to stay in growth mindset or a fixed mindset. I hope today's message got the wheels in your head spinning, got your heart open, and just makes you think. Backsliding can be a good thing. It can be a moment to reset yourself, re-strategize, and continue to connect. Mind, body, spirit. You used to pray every day and now you're not praying. You backslid. When you're the most connected, it's because you were praying. What threw you off? You can't make 5-10 minutes for yourself. We have to decide and we have to commit. Want to invite you to go to the connection.studio. Check out the journal for backsliding, and all the other journals are there as well. And check out the events tab. The Connection Studio. We put on events a couple times a year, gatherings, trying to expand the Connect podcast, trying to touch lives and help people minimize their suffering through awareness, through choice making, through mindset. Go grab yourself a t-shirt, support the brand. Wear it as a reminder to stay present, to stay connected. And choose connection. Feed connection. And I promise you, you will have more meaning and value in your life. Till next time, friends. God bless. Thanks for joining us at the Connection Studio. You can support us by sharing with others and posting to social media. Keep doing the internal work, as it will truly make all the difference. God bless.